Now, how did you get into rap music? What age were you?
I think, I was rapping when I was 13, like, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I dropped off until I was, until college, till I was like 18.
Do you remember your first rap or what you were rapping about back then?
Yeah, I remember when I rapped about, and my name was Napalm, and I rapped about, I was like all lyrical shit. I was trying to be like on some East Coast shit, kind of like, you know what I'm saying, just to have a different flow from everybody else.
I see.
Right.
Any musical influences? Anybody that inspired you?
A-Ball and MJG, man, you know, the homeboys. Everybody from Memphis, 3-6 Mafia, you know, Gotti, all them folks, man. I came up playing them, you know, that's where I'm from, my time.
Have you met any of them?
Yeah, I got, you know, I got Ball on some joints, you know what I'm saying, with you on the Orange County, you know, and we got some more stuff coming soon with, you know, me and the homies. But yeah, I came across them. I've come across all of them here and there, you know what I'm saying, in town. But
what was it like working with someone like 8Ball after, you know, being inspired by him? Was it everything cracked up that you thought it would be?
And then what's crazy is that I kicked it with him beforehand, before I worked with him, and then just seeing how he rocked, you know what I'm saying, how cool he was, that shit was crazy. But then, like, when we finally got on the track, you know, that's history, man. That's something nobody can take away from me. That's the, you know what I'm saying, to me, personally, like, I know it's probably somebody I could work with, some multi-18 million selling record artists, but for me, that's the top pinnacle, you know, for me, working with 8Ball and or MJG, you know what I'm saying? Because where I'm from, man, you know what they did for the town, for you know what I'm saying, Orange Mound and Memphis and shit, so that's a big honor, man.
Now, how many years would you say you've been perfecting your craft for at this point?
I would say 5 years. I've been just, you know what I'm saying, for getting everything down. And I would say, yeah, like since with two Suave Ent, everything's been at the top point. You know, everything's on a top level, all-star level type shit over here. So.
Now, when you're in the studio, top 3 things you need in the studio?
Good trees, man, some damn good beats and a damn good engineer. Like I say that, and I got all those.
Speaking of marijuana, favorite strain of marijuana?
Perps by Penny, man. You know, everybody gonna check. That's my own strain, by the way. So, you know what I'm saying, that's the best shit going. Right now, we're growing that, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna get to everybody. You gonna see us in your town. So when you see me, just know, you know what I'm saying, the perp is going down.
Now, you also said a good engineer. Define a good engineer.
And like I said, it goes back to chemistry, man. What might work for me may not work for you, but what works for me is my guy. You know what I'm saying? We know somebody can be critical of this, and a good ear, not somebody just pressing the buttons, man. You don't need that shit. That dude's just in there pressing them damn buttons, getting them the hell out of there. You don't need him, bro. He's just trying to make some money, pay his car note or some shit.
Now, when it comes to smoking marijuana in the studio, what does that do for you exactly?
Man, there is no studio without the smoking of marijuana. Like, I won't be in there. That's what it does. It keeps me in there.
So always under the influence.
I'm always on weed. Yeah, I'm always on good trees, and especially in the studio. But that's part of the music. I make marijuana music, so I'd be lying to him if I was about what I'm talking about. And I can't lie to him.
Ever rap sober, though?
Yeah, I have rapped sober. You know, I've rapped sober, and I actually, just to test myself and, you know, just to push myself, just to understand if that time should have to be where I have to rap sober, I can do it. I've done it because I've been in studios where people like are extra clean and don't want anybody smoking, or you got to do it right then and here. And I can still shoot that because we do this shit. But preferably, I like my trees with me.
Do you notice a difference in your raps under the influences versus
man,
not?
Same bar. The bar's been raised. I gotta always either get it there or over. That's the goal.
Craziest studio story, if you have one.
Crazy studio stories in my shit with me and my niggas from across the hall almost had a shootout in that motherfucker. This was like, I think a nigga came in, it was like, one of my homeboys, it was across the hall, was like, now y'all niggas can't speak, and just from niggas not speaking, it almost became like, hey, well, we finna come in there and do this. I like, to the point I said, hey, you motherfuckers take this shit outside, because y'all ain't finna turn my shit up here. And they went outside, and then they felt dumb, and everybody came back in. But that's just, man, we had shit stolen out the studio, everything. It used to go down in the lab, man.
Now, when you're in the studio, what's your recording process like? Are you the writing type, or are you the freestyling and punching in type?
I write all my shit, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's better for the consumer. You know, anything you can do off the top of the dome, you can do better without. So, you know, I'd rather my shit be constructed right.
Have you tried it, though? The
freestyle?
Yeah,
I've done it, yeah. And it's cool, it's cool. It's a natural, it becomes, like, that's for, to me, honestly, Small, I think that's for people that don't have a flow. Or when you have a natural flow, you have to, you know, get rhythm, a certain rhythm on your words, and you don't really have time to think to match the words up to the actual track. So you just want to go along with the beat, just press record so I can catch the flow. But you lose substance doing that too, so.
Average time you spend on a song?
Writing it, coming up with it, it
Start
varies.
to finish?
It varies. I say average time be, 2 hours? I say 2.
Most songs you ever recorded in one session?
I think like 8 to 10 or something like that. I did that. Like I can do, like, because it doesn't, now we gotta think, it's just me dropping straight vocals. And I already got my stuff written.
Okay.
And I had my own studio, so I couldn't even answer that. I've been in the studio before just dropping. Like
How does one deal with writer's block? That moment where you just get stuck on an idea, stuck on a song.
Go get some trees, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, look, man, you'll never have it. It's like, you need something to get your creative juices flowing. So I suggest marijuana. You don't want to smoke, eat an edible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's going to help you, man. You're an artist. Don't do all that hard shit they got all the OGs out this bitch. Just do the trees, man.
Now, I'm sure you come across a variety of beats. Has there
Right.
been any beat that you received that you passed on that became a bigger song for somebody else?
Nah, that's good. Not that I know. Nah, I don't think so. If I got it, I'm not gonna pass up on a hit. I'm keeping that shit for me.
What's the realest song you ever wrote so far in your whole catalog of music that's been released that people can actually listen to?
Like I always tell people, Orange County's intro is you'll get to know me on my life, or the Higher Learning intro too. They're both of those. Usually.
And what are those about?
About me personally, my upbringing and what I am, and just a nutshell, me in a nutshell, man, about the tree. Like I like, you know, the whole story about how I come my upbringing, like I'm telling right now, that in a song version.
Risk versus reward. What's the biggest risk you took for your music career so far?
Man, everything, my whole life up to this point, I sacrificed everything from women, money, to, man, everything, bro. Like I said, even this shit with me getting caught up in what I was talking about with the law was me getting money to pay for the music. So everything that I've sacrificed everything in my life. To get to where I want to get to, I understood that, though, that I had to do that because I couldn't be happy any other way besides doing what I want to do.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. I'm right here right now. So.
Proudest accomplishment so far in your music career?
I'm just gonna keep it, like I said, working with my childhood heroes, you know what I'm saying? That would be some shit like that, A-Ball and MJG.
Biggest failure so far in your music career?
Not having the money that I need up to this point to do what I want to do, provide for my family, because my parents and stuff, they are not in the situation that I want them to be in. And until that point, I won't be satisfied. So.
What's the biggest misconception of you? What's one thing people think about you, but it's not true?
They think my music is just for people that smoke weed. It's not. It's just for people. It's for people. You don't have to smoke weed to play my music. I know there are people out there that play my shit that don't smoke at all, that understand this, but I'm just letting it be known. But it's not for that. You can, like, niggas don't deal cocaine, they can still play Gotti shit. Like, don't tell me you deal birds and shit, but you play Gotti because it's dope. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, this is my story, but I'm giving it to you in a certain way, and it's gonna be dope. So just when you see the cover, and you see the weed burning, and just understand that it's all creative, and there's a reason behind everything you're seeing. Like, we name all our tapes out the movies. There's a reason behind it, and just respect that the creative process of it, besides it just being weed. And nah, don't turn away from it just because you don't smoke or you don't want to like hear about that. Nah, hear this shit because we saying other shit among smoking weed. So.
Craziest rumor you heard about yourself?
Craziest rumor I heard about myself. Man, I just heard some shit last week. My pops was calling me talking about some holiday dude got messed up or something. I hope whoever that dude is all right, but I'm like, they called me repeatedly. So I'm good, y'all. That's just some shit I heard 2 weeks ago. Nobody heard me. I'm good.
What question do you hate to answer?
Shit about beefs with rappers and shit like that. I don't really want to answer that shit because I don't know what they got going on personally. So that's usually what people always want to ask. You know.
Do you care what people think of you?
This is, you know what? I always say most people say shit like, I don't care what somebody got to say about me. You know, I'm gonna do with me. I care. I care about this. This is the way I care about it. If you gonna like. I'm a reflection of what I want people to say about me. So, like, I want you to get it right. If you say Holiday is an asshole that likes to smoke a lot of weed or whatnot, hey, if you feel like the things are facts, cool. But don't get it wrong. That's when I got to get it right. So I try to represent myself in a good way to the point where it's like, whatever you feel about me is accurate. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's an asshole. Like, he's a cool guy. That's how really I am. So I care that you get it right. I don't care what you say, as long as it's really a reflection of me.
What about music-wise? Do you care?
Yes, because I make music. I'm not dropping these tapes just for me and my homeboys to ride around playing them. You know, this is, like I said, the bar's been set, and I have to get to a certain point in this shit. So, yeah, that shit, I care. I need to see people wanking. I want to see heads nodding on my shit. If not, it's a problem. And we're going to get it, though, regardless. You will be nodding in your head in a minute.
What are your keys to success?
Man, staying driven. I think the things you do when everybody else is asleep is what's gonna separate you from the peers, your peers. Like, it's not everybody wants to do the fun shit. Everybody wants to go do a video shoot and wear like big chains and shit, but nobody wants to stay working on the song for 3 hours and then drop it and then not even release that song. Like, nobody wants to do that shit, but then I do, because I have songs on deck to always go in my library and do. Like, it's just the little small things that you're willing to do, the intangible.